Hello, everyone there on the My Haunted Project YouTube, and anyone who is watching live on My Haunted HQ. My Haunted HQ, for anyone who is watching live on YouTube right now, is our subscription service. It is full of loads of amazing weekly content, including live streams, just like you guys will be seeing for the first hour now, and also live streams most nights here from the hotel directly in the rooms, and where you can basically do your own ghost hunt right at home, including loads of different bits of content, including the Uncovered series, where we go through every single bit of the building here at the hotel. And there's lots and lots of content coming over from the USA as well in My Haunted Manor USA. Those guys are absolutely smashing it over there. Kudos to those yesterday. They were in Gettysburg at the Warrens Paracon, and they did an amazing job. They have an amazing following over there, and their community is building loads. So if you don't just watch My Haunted Hotel, if you watch just My Haunted Hotel, go and check out My Haunted Manor USA as well. They have some incredible news coming up very, very soon. They did tease some of it yesterday in their Paracon chat, but we'll be making official announcements very, very shortly. But tonight, we are here at My Haunted Hotel in Chester, Ye Olde King's Head, where we'll be doing a live ghost hunt. Saz and Dan are upstairs right now. They are in 5. They are waiting with live cameras for you to join them on the live stream. So throughout the night, for the first hour, we will be on YouTube, which some of you will be now. There is a live chat there as well. We'll be trying to keep an eye on that throughout the night. And then after the first hour, we will be moving exclusively to myhauntedhq.vhx.tv. If you want to go there, it's definitely worth the $5.99 subscription, or $4.99 subscription, I think it is. And the amount of content you actually get there, loads of behind the scenes stuff, all the bloopers and everything that goes wrong here all the time. So I'm pretty sure anyone who is in the chat who has VHX, let us know what you think of it in the comments. Also, if you could right now, just like this live stream, make sure we give that algorithm a beating today, and let's see if we can push ourselves to the top of some of the paranormal pages here on YouTube itself. So any second now, I will be going over live directly to room 5 upstairs here at My Haunted Hotel. And we will see you very soon right here in the control room. And I'll be giving comments throughout the night on how the investigation is going, as well as reading out some of your questions and comments as well. So any questions you have, give us a message in the live, or you can join our Discord chat as well. There is a My Haunted Project Discord chat as well that you'll be able to find through certain links on social media things. We will see you very soon up in room 5 here at My Haunted.
So here we are again, another live at My Haunted Hotel. Myself and Dan tonight. We have already had some weird noises in the corner of room 5. It's been pretty quiet then since that happened, hasn't it, Dan? But we're here with the usual setup with the cameras, but in the control room. I am sat with my phone. I'm looking at Discord and the chat on Discord. We've got a lot of people on there who talk to us, give us suggestions, let us know what they want us to try or ask out, and obviously we're happy to do that. Dan set up some bits of equipment in the room. Dan, if you want to just explain what we've got.
Yes, I have indeed. So we've got a few little bits around. So we've kind of tried to tailor this, not just around the historic activity we get in the room, but also to try and minimise any false positives. Obviously, as Saz just said, we are live on Discord, which kind of rules out the likes of K2s, any sensitive equipment like that. So we've got near the quite famous doll, which is quite well known to fall, we have a vibration sensor there just to pick up any kind of delicate movement. And we have an air pressure meter as well. So one thing that we're kind of experimenting with a lot is whether or not environmental changes to air pressures and such like coincide with a paranormal moment. On the dresser here, we've got a ruck meter, so very similar to that of a K2, but it only detects magnetic field. So a lot harder to go off. In fact, we've only had this go off maybe a couple of times in the hotel.
Twice when I've seen it.
And interestingly, both times was when we had poltergeist activity. Of the, quite literally, hundreds probably now of times we've used it here.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. As I said, about, maybe 10 minutes ago, there was clear, footsteps. It sounded like movement.
Probably towards room 6.
Yeah, probably was either in room 6 or, I'd say room 6.
We have also set up, because of the last live, we had some really good REM action, didn't we, Dan?
We did indeed.
And we had one REM after the other going off as if something was walking through the corridor. So we have actually tonight put 2 REMs in the corridor outside room 5 down to room 1, and we have 2 from room 8 down to room 7.
Yes.
Just because from where we are, we should hear those go off, shouldn't we, as well?
Yeah.
Particularly in this corridor, but probably in that corridor as well.
Yeah, in that one as well. So we've kind of really tried to cover all bases, I guess, tonight is the plan.
Yeah.
I mean, when we look back at the last week here, what's been going on, footsteps in the corridor have been very regular. In fact, I think it's been almost every night we've had people booked in here.
Yeah.
That's something that's happened. And this movement sound, as if someone is kind of moving, almost like weight shifting on floorboards. Yeah. It's so weird.
Yeah. And there's a camera, isn't there, at the bottom as well? There's
there
the
is.
In-house camera, but you set up another camera as well at the bottom of the corridor.
Yes.
We have also put a ball on the stairs, just as a slight trigger object, just to see if that moves throughout the night. I don't really hold out much hope for that, but I thought it was worth giving it a try.
I agree, especially after the direct voice that was captured a few weeks ago on there. It'd be very interesting.
Definitely. Hello to everyone on Discord who has joined us there. A lot of people saying hello. Yeah, Saz and Dan in the house. Yeah, Gibbsy's not well, unfortunately. So you're stuck with us two tonight, so God knows.
Sorry.
God knows what's going to happen. But we'll do our best to see if we can get some sort of communication or activity going. But as most of you know, it isn't something that you can do to order. We can try our best doing things that we know have produced things in the past. But it doesn't mean that it will absolutely happen. We'll just do our best. Yeah,
fingers crossed. I mean, the last live, we were very, very lucky when we did the last one on VHX. We were blessed that night with some incredible moments,
Non-stop. Someone wants you to fly across the room again like you did on the last one. That was Barney, actually, said that.
Barney,
yeah, brilliant. Dan did a buckaroo. There was a buckaroo moment, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I've never had anything that loud next to us.
Yeah, I agree. I'm all one for knocks, and I think it's really cool, but this was no knock. This was like someone threw a bowling ball outside the room. It was so loud.
Yeah, it was. Right, everyone's I'll keep an eye on Discord if you want to ask anything. I'm not monitoring YouTube tonight, so if you are on Discord, then just give us your questions or suggestions, and I'll keep checking in on that for you. Okay, Dan, do you want to start?
Let's go for it. Good evening. We're back again in room 5. We've heard you make lots of noises in here before. We've witnessed the doll move in the corner of this room. If you can hear our voices, could you maybe move that item or make a sound in the room? I ask these questions and I feel so nervous in case something actually moves.
Yeah. I think when it gets quieter and you start getting a bit more brave because nothing's happened.
Yeah.
And then you always think I'm asking for trouble now, but that's what we're here for. We need to try and get something, don't we? Now, I know a lot of you who are watching know that Billy and Sarah are probably the sort of most prevalent, for communication in this room. So that's probably a good place to start, isn't it?
Yeah. Billy more so, I seem to find over recent times, but Sarah as well.
I think Billy seems to communicate more with you. The children don't really like me. They don't really seem to respond, apart from when we were in room 6, the last live, and there was
Yes.
potentially a different child there.
That was really
and we were
interesting.
getting some activity. So we'll try that later on after the break. When we move over to VHX, we'll be going into room 6.
Yeah, I'd love to try that again and see if we can kind of match up that again.
Yeah,
that'd be very
definitely.
cool. Billy, if you can hear me, could you knock 2 times like this? Your turn, Billy.
Couldn't tell where that was from.
No, I heard something, but it wasn't
In the room.
in the room, was it? It sounded maybe that way, but it was quiet. It wasn't significant.
We often hear knocks on the door in this room. 2 knocks. If that's you that does that, could you do that for us? Is it one of the working ladies?
Do you knock to tell people their time is up?
There's been a voice captured in this room saying, "I cannot protect my child." Probably one of the clearest DVPs we've had.
That was so impressive.
Yeah.
The fact it sat on YouTube for so long before being noticed.
I know.
We had it in like a week, didn't we? Someone noticed the covers almost.
Yeah.
Kind of pull. And then I think it was like within days, someone else had noticed that.
Yeah. Can you tell us what you couldn't protect your child from, please?
Did somebody try and take your child?
Where was that from? It was like
higher.
Maybe like the bunk bed?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? Did someone try to take your child? Or did they take your child away? Can you try and communicate with us any way you know how? There's something reversing outside.
So it is. Yeah, it is.
I had to think at first, what is that? It's definitely outside. Billy, are you with us? We know you like to play the knock-knock game. Do you want to play that now? If I knock 2 times, can you knock back?
Someone actually sent us some really cool items, Billy. And if you touch them, they make really cool noises. Can you maybe tap these, Billy? These were brought in just for you and Sarah.
Sarah, can you hear us? Will you come and say hello? When was the last time that doll fell down? Was it last Saturday?
No, last night.
Oh, did it go?
It went last night, yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure that moment will end up on YouTube. It was impressive, but also incredibly funny. It was a really cool moment. Yeah, it really was. Yeah. The lady, bless her. I've never saw someone move across a bed quite so quickly.
No.
It was brilliant. Yeah, it like remained there pretty much all night, and then she specifically said, you know, could you knock or move an item? And sure enough,
the doll fell.
Yeah.
I think we've seen the doll fall many times, haven't we? And on a lot of occasions when you watch it, it is like something sort of smacks the back of her head, the way she sort of topples forward, rather than, you know, it's not like it just gently and slowly loses balance or through gravity and is pulled down.
Yeah.
It's like it's knocked.
It seems almost forceful. So I keep trying to be really skeptical with this doll and just going, no, you know, is it just something that may happen? Is it temperature related? Is there a rational explanation? And seemingly whenever I start believing that happens, I will see maybe a moment or two where I go, okay, that was almost too coincidental. It sat there for a week and a half. One person specifically has asked for it to move after being in the room for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And it has immediately fallen. It almost feels too coincidental.
There are periods sometimes, of a few weeks where she doesn't do anything.
Yeah, weeks go by.
Just stay. I mean, for her to come off to order would be amazing.
Yes.
I've never been in the room when that's happened.
Yeah.
But that would be really cool. Is there anyone here that is able to move that doll and push her off that shelf for us? Just to prove that you're with us and you can hear us. Is that your stomach?
Yeah.
Jesus, Dan.
Brett's checked that off the bingo card.
Every time your stomach makes some crazy noises.
We often see this doll in the white dress. Fall. Could you pull that white dress now? Could you make her fall over?
I was going to say, Dan, if she does fall, we need to stay in the room. But you can't get out anyway because the camera's there.
No.
So you've no choice but to stay with you.
So everyone watching will probably just see me like an absolute steam train come through the camera. It'd be, yeah.
Is there anyone else in this room with us? Is there someone that used to work here? Maybe you still live in this building? You're more than welcome to join us in this room.
I'm finding the noise twice now. There's been that noise. Obviously, once before we started, and second, admittedly, it was very quiet. It'd be interesting if that was maybe heard, actually.
Yeah.
It wasn't. I mean, it was quiet, but not. I feel like it may have been picked up. Like
that one before the live was
more significant.
For a couple of seconds, didn't it?
And I just find it interesting because I've never actually heard noises really coming from that direction.
Okay, so that is the guys up there in room 5. Very quiet start so far, although they said earlier, and they were radioing me as I was trying to set up all of the production for tonight's live stream, that they were hearing walking around upstairs in the attic, allegedly. If anyone has seen the episode with the attic, well, you'll know that that's a pretty creepy place, and there's a reason that we only sent Dan up there by himself. We were not going up there at all, not a chance in hell. So the guys are now going to move over to room 2. So we will be with you in a few minutes. If you'd just like to bear with us, and we will see you very, very soon.
Welcome to the My Haunted Project.
I've been involved in the paranormal for over a decade, and I have never experienced a project quite like the My Haunted Project.
Oh my God. 10 years ago, I came up with an idea to document my haunted building with 24/7 surveillance to capture any paranormal activity that goes on in here.
Unlike any other paranormal buildings in the world or any other investigation, we are able to immediately check back your experiences and debunk them or verify them as paranormal.
She's bent over, she's literally double.
This is a paranormal show where everything is caught on camera. Nothing is missed. Every single angle is covered. And over the last couple of years, we have captured everything from poltergeist activity to full-bodied apparitions. This isn't about turning up to a location and locking ourselves down for the night. This focuses on our individual locations and their ongoing journeys, documenting them 24/7 with real members of the public.
We felt something that was in the room.
I came into this project as a complete skeptic, and ever since, I have started seeing things that I just cannot explain. And this is all backed up by the fact that every single moment we catch is on camera.
Now with multiple locations open, we want you to join us and we can document your experiences.
Alright guys, thank you all for coming to My Haunted Manor USA.
The benefit of filming our individual locations 24/7 is so that we can recognise patterns behind the paranormal activity, but also we can uncover maybe the hidden history which has never been discovered.
Void?
I don't know why this void exists, but there's no obvious reason for it.
No, what?
That's the ball.
We also have a private subscription service, which is myhauntedhq.vhx.tv, and on there you'll be able to find all of the weekly updates and behind the scenes stuff, including people's individual experiences.
Oh my God! No way!
If you want to book your investigation at one of our locations, then you can find all of the links on our social media and right here on the My Haunted Project YouTube channel.
What was that?
Oh my god, it's a child. It's mimicking a child.
This is the My Haunted Project, the most unique project in the paranormal. We'll see you soon.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, well, room 2.
It feels freezing in here.
It's really cold. I've not felt that this year
I
yet.
haven't. I want my coat.
Yeah.
It's soft. Room 2. So for people that know this place and particularly know the team, I don't think it's really anyone's favourite room, is it?
No. No.
It can have moments where it just feels quieter than quiet.
Yes.
And if it's not that, it tends to be really loud bangs on the walls, walking down the corridor outside this room, specifically to this door as well. Like the footsteps come up the corridor and seem to stop there.
Yes.
Because you're just waiting for someone to come in or knock on the door, and it doesn't happen. And we check the cameras, we check, the corridor, and there's no one there. And the footsteps are audible. Like you can hear them on the cameras. You can see there's no one there.
I've actually got a clip to show you from, I think it was a couple of nights ago. Haven't saw it yet. Possibly the clearest footsteps I have ever heard in this building. I got the radio call down saying we've just had footsteps outside room 2, and I listened within room 2 and on the corridor. My first thought was, no, that's too good. That sounds like an actual person is walking. It's check downstairs, check the stairs, check room 1, room 3. As you go, going through the motions. I even checked outside, even though they said it come from this direction, of course, the window's over there. Is sound bouncing? Does it just sound?
Yeah.
Listened outside. Nothing. It's just clear as day, right outside this door. 4 footsteps and then nothing. It's so bizarre.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A lot of comments on the live chat on Discord. There's a lot of people that aren't particularly fond of this room. Gibbsy said, I hope something gets them in there. That's not very nice, is it?
Thanks, Gibbsy. Miss you.
Make sure Dan doesn't need to use the bathroom. Yeah, anyone that saw the last YouTube episode of the Q&A will understand why. I mean, I'm surprised you're not just running there.
Just pop it in for a minute. That bathroom to this room in particular is so well known for producing noises, different things. And it tends to be this area where the bangs come from. Yeah, more so.
Which is, I mean, the bathroom, again, for anyone who's not sure of the layout of the hotel, this wall where it almost is like someone punches the wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the bathroom is there, and we've got the bathroom door open. There's no one else up on this floor, let alone the next floor down. There is only Brett. So, if we do get any of that sort of phenomena, we know that it can't be anyone else because we're here and Brett's in the control room.
Yeah. And as sad as this is, and I was saying this last night, when you hear so much, you get to know what is a normal sound, what isn't a normal sound. To the point where, in fact, Brett said last night, someone said, we've just heard a knock. He checked the knock back on the camera, and he actually said, it will be the wall near the door of room 5, and it'll be a person. Because 3 knocks typically.
Human.
And you know what? We went on to, and they knocked exactly where you described. It's like, oh, I know the sound of that wall.
That's the beauty about knowing the building as well as we know it, is a lot of the time we just know when it's something we need to check and sorry, that's me moving my foot. And when it is something that is definitely of note and we need to look at it. So I almost don't want to call out in here because
I know. So I'm going to do something that I don't really do in here a lot. So we'll do some questions. We'll see if we can get any aggressive bangs on the wall. But I also have the full spectrum camera.
Okay. You worried me for a minute when you said you were going to do something you don't normally do.
It's like, oh no.
Spectrum, that's okay.
So room 2 is a room that I've not really covered a lot with this. And interestingly, we have had guests capture the likes of the black shadow figure moving past the mirror in here.
Yeah.
And such like. So I think now is as good a time as any.
Go for it, Dan. Why are you calling out?
Let's ask a few questions and we'll take some pictures. We've heard a lot of bangs and knocks in this room. I remember sitting in here and hearing a lady almost trying to scream in this room. That was horrific. That's in a YouTube. That wasn't that long ago, was it?
That nearly ended your time here, didn't it?
It did. I was actually off view of the camera and it was like a lady was trying to scream while almost being strangled, and it happened And while we were talking about it, it happened again. And it was such a disturbing moment. It changed my mind. I was like, that's not funny.
Sorry, Dan. People have heard a voice and whistling. Now, I nearly said something, but I thought, oh, maybe it was outside. So I think it possibly was outside because, again, we're used to where the noises come from, the voices, but we have missed stuff before because we've assumed it's outside, and it hasn't been.
Yeah.
Is there someone with us now? That's got to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if anyone can hear footsteps at the moment, I don't quite know how, but someone is walking outside. Bear in mind, we're on the top floor, making the loudest footsteps I've ever heard.
It's almost like they're marching on the spot. They don't seem to be getting like louder and quieter.
So we can debunk that one.
Yeah, if you heard any sort of music box noise, it's Dan's camera turning on.
Can we ask who inhabits this room? Who is it that makes the noises in here? Who is it that we hear walking outside this room? Could we perhaps hear you walk along this corridor again?
Through the door.
Yeah. That was a bit weird.
It was like a little rattle. It wasn't a knock or anything. It's just like someone put pressure from the other side.
Could you do that again, please?
Oh, wind. There's a gust of wind.
Wind. Okay.
There is a gust of wind outside that... Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. That's picked up from nowhere.
Yeah.
This is what it did the last live.
Yeah.
It wasn't windy. Suddenly just got really windy.
It has been raining quite a lot over the last hour or two as well, so something we found historically can increase moments in here.
It did make me jump.
Yeah, same.
Gibbsy wouldn't have jumped.
No.
Can you copy me, please, if you can hear us? Is there someone in this room that would like to communicate with us? Can we hear your voice? So can you whistle? Can you walk down this corridor to this door?
We have items out there that make a sound. I know you saw these before. Are you able to perhaps move one of those items or make them go off? Who is the gentleman that knocks on this wall? I haven't heard you make any of these loud bangs for a little while, sir. Is it that you want us to leave this room? Yeah, subtle, but
Maybe from that side.
Maybe room 3, possibly. If you can hear our voices, could you maybe knock one time like this? For yes, and 2 times for now.
Movement in the corridor.
Yeah, that was definitely like a floorboard having weight put on it.
We've communicated with you before in this room. Do you have something that you want to tell us? And that was the wind again, wasn't it? On the door?
I think so, yeah, I think so.
We need to not ask them to do anything on the door unless it's like knocking.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I think it's everything. Please let us hear you. Are there any children here? You don't need to be afraid of us. We just want to know that you're here with us.
Maybe you could tell us your name.
Let's hear that out in the corridor again.
It's like some... Yeah. What's that?
It was like...
Yeah, it sounded room 1 way. So I've noticed the last couple of nights, as we've moved people around, it's almost felt a little bit like you'll get a bit of activity somewhere. So you will send people to that area and then it will move to somewhere else. And it's almost felt a bit like people are almost chasing the activity throughout the whole night. Whereas, as you know, so many times here, you will have something right in front of your face, you know, like on the table next to you or on the wall within the room. I'd love to hear people's theories on that, you know. Like, why does activity seem to change in a location?
Yeah, like peaks and troughs, I mean, and
Like, is there a trigger that anyone... I mean, obviously, we've got some quite extensive spreadsheets going on.
Well, you have done.
Yeah, yeah.
Done the spreadsheet, man.
I do love a good spreadsheet, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I wonder if, you know, something recently I've been looking at more is we've got the River Dee at the bottom. And this time of year, it's quite well known for bursting its banks to an extent as well. Are high tides on the river or high levels of flood water, so either salt water coming up, fresh water coming down, is that making any difference? Like the groundwater levels changing?
Yeah.
There's so many elements. I think you could quite literally do this for decades.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to try knocking on that wall where the really loud knocks
Yes.
coming from. I say it and then I don't want to do it.
Yeah. So I'll quite happily watch from here. That's all good.
I will do it. Was that your phasm cam going off?
Yes. Yeah.
Can the person who always bangs really loudly on this wall, can you copy me, please? That's literally as loud as it does it, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, I thought I heard a knock right as you were sitting down.
Was it not my chair, maybe?
And again?
No, is it not? Listen.
No.
Not that?
I'm sure it's from that direction. It sounds different. It was like a ding, like a hollowy kind of sound, yeah. That.
It was. That wasn't my chair.
But that didn't sound from that way that time.
It did to me. It sounded behind you.
Oh, did it?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
For anyone who doesn't know Dan, it could be kicking off and Dan's response is always hello.
Yeah. In the face of impending doom, just say hello. Brilliant.
You got to laugh, haven't you, Dan? When you're jumpy as us too.
Yeah.
We have to sort of try and keep each other joyful, because otherwise we just end up crying and rocking in the corner with some of the stuff we've experienced in this place.
That is true.
Well, that was the guys, Saz, Dan, in room 2 doing an investigation. Again, a few little moments here and there, nothing absolutely massive just yet, but we will be running until 11 p.m. tonight. After this next room, we will be, unfortunately, leaving YouTube and going exclusively to our VHX subscription service, myhauntedhq.vhx.tv, as well as live streams like this one, and also nightly live streams right here in the hotel where you can just sit and watch the rooms being live streamed right to your home rather than being sat here in a haunted building. You can do it right from home. It's great. You get loads of different series of content like the Uncovered episodes where we go around every single hotel room in this building and try and unlock the history to this building. As well as that, you get exclusive content from My Haunted Manor USA. Those guys over in there in the US have some amazing news coming, so please stay tuned to all of our social media here on YouTube for very, very special announcements coming from there very, very shortly. We are so excited about what they're doing over there in America, and I can't wait to go over there again in November. I'll be heading over there and joining them for an event, and I cannot wait. It's going to be really interesting. So anyone who is on YouTube right now, let us know in the comments, where are you from? We pride ourselves on having a bit of a My Haunted family here at the My Haunted Project. So let us know in the comments, where are you from? It'd be really interesting to see. Are we in other countries? Are we in, I don't know, are there people from America watching? Don't know. I think Trey's watching. I'm pretty sure he's messaged me at one point saying he might be watching from America right now. Another thing we are hoping to do eventually, depending on a lot of logistical stuff, is to do cross live streams between both here and the USA team. So you can actually join us both live from both of these locations at the same time. Obviously, there's a time difference we have to kind of work around. There's a couple. Jodie is from Swansea, Welsh. I am also Welsh. That's good. Edinburgh, up in Scotland. Kings Lynn. Billericay? Is that a misspelled? Oh, I'm trying to get that right. We have Stafford and Cheadle in Stoke-on-Trent. Southend and Nottingham. There's Kent. Waters fan is from Canada. Hello, all the way from the UK, over there in Canada. Amazing. We have someone who is watching from Missouri in the US. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Aberdeenshire as well. In Essex. Perfect. Okay. South Wales Valleys. Very nice. Do you just say the valleys because it's easier than trying to pronounce where you actually live that probably has 4 L's in it? I'd imagine that's what that is. Sonia K is all the way from Ohio in the USA. Wow, it's amazing to see this project grow. Yesterday, I was watching the guys over in the US at the Warrens Paracon in Gettysburg, and it was amazing to see them growing their own community, just like we have over here surrounding My Haunted Hotel and the venues around here in the UK. It's absolutely amazing. There's someone else there. Deborah is from Canada. Amazing. Some more. Jack B is from the USA as well. We have someone from Lincolnshire, Peter Crozier. My mum's message saying, "Can I guess where?" So I know where that one is. And my dad said, "I'm at home." Good. Warrington is not far from Chester at all. That's kind of only up the road, really. Hello to Caroline from Kent. We'll see you very soon for sure, Caroline Lamb. We've seen you quite a few times here. I'm sure we'll see you again very soon. Other thing, anyone who is watching right now who would like to do something a little bit different on Halloween, on September the 26th, we will be having a live Halloween party right here at My Haunted Hotel itself, where it's just a massive get-together of the big My Haunted family. We all get a bit drunk. There's disco and all sorts on. There's awards for best costume and even the best guest captures that have happened throughout the last year. And as well as that, there is going to be a costume party over on the same day, 5 hours earlier in the day, obviously, because America, but there will be another one at My Haunted Manor USA as well. You can book tickets for both of those events at myhauntedproject.org. From there, you'll be able to book things like the Halloween event and any other special events that we'll have coming up, including your very own night stay right here at My Haunted Hotel or My Haunted Manor USA. There's still loads of people coming in. I've got Normandy from France as well. Liverpool, just up the road. That's where Harry is from. Amazing. Someone is from Wrexham, which is where I'm from. I'm sorry about that. Obviously, the only thing anyone knows about Wrexham now is Ryan Reynolds. Otherwise, it's irrelevant. People are saying they've already got their ticket for the Halloween party. I cannot wait. It is always such an amazing time. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to double check in on the guys. They have moved over to room 3 and they're going to continue their investigation. Room 3 has been a really, really exciting room at the minute. We've had lots of moments in there. We had some amazing moments in there on Wednesday that we just cannot debunk. And speaking of things being debunked in room 3, we actually had debunkers come here once and experienced the most amazing thing where they had their t-shirt pulled on camera in front of not only our cameras but theirs as well. So fingers crossed we get a little bit more activity over in room 3 than we have done in 5 and 2 so far. After that, we will be moving over to our VHX subscription service, myhauntedhq.vhx.tv, where we'll be carrying on through the night until 11 p.m. And you can join us live on our Discord chat as well, which you'll be able to find on our social media accounts. You'll find a link to the Discord stuff there. We'll see you very soon over in room 3.
Hi everyone, we're now in room 3, which people often call the mirror room. Don't think you can see them in shot there on the camera, but there are a lot of mirrors on this side of the room that are all slanted.
Yes.
So people often feel quite disorientated in this room. Good job, Brett Jones. Including me, I try not to look at them too much. We also have a black mirror in the room just off to this side here.
So that's actually in shot. So for anyone that doesn't know about the Black Mirror, it's part of the Haunted collection that was donated to us. And it's quite interesting experimenting, I think, with some of these items to see if anything in particular comes from them.
Yeah. I think the thing with it all, like the whole thing, is just to have an open mind but be skeptical about things.
Yes.
And that's the approach that I think every single member of the team takes. And, you know, if something makes us jump, it's not necessarily that we're scared, it's just that it was unexpected. I mean, sometimes we are scared, depending on what it is, what we've asked for.
Sometimes.
If there's been activity before, but we will always try and figure out what that noise was.
Yeah.
But like I said, I think we've been in this building for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours, and we have experienced a lot of things that we just can't explain.
Yeah.
The one thing about this room is there seems to be a lady who is looking for a child.
Yes.
We've had quite a lot of responses when people have spoken.
That was so loud.
That was loud. I hope you all heard
That was right outside the
It
door.
was outside the door.
So as we say, we're not scared. It just
takes you by surprise.
Was that your phone?
No,
no, it was a light from a car.
That's it. Dan's gone now. Dan's on edge. But it was, and obviously, as I asked about the lady who's looking for a child, that always is something in this room that seems to get a response.
Yeah. And interestingly, the amount of times it's been asked, and the door handle rattles or something happens near the door, and that was just outside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like someone tries the door handle, isn't it?
Yeah, that was so loud.
Is there a lady here that is looking for a child? Please, can you let us know if you're here, madam? We have heard a baby cry in this room. Was that your baby? Do you know what happened to your child? That was outside.
Outside that. Yeah.
Rem.
I couldn't tell. It sounded too quiet to be a Rem.
You sound like just a little duck.
Yeah. Now that's interesting, right? So someone actually radioed and said they heard a Rem. It was really quiet. It was almost like it was the residual sound of a REM pod, because there was no REM pod there. I was like, this is ridiculous.
I think we often hear them in our sleep, don't
Yeah, that is true.
Hey guys, up in room 3. I just want to say, I just actually checked that back on our in-house cameras, and that's clear as day in the actual corridor. That I'm not entirely sure what it is though.
Yeah, it was outside this door.
Yeah, it sounded really close to this door.
Is there someone there that wants to come in this room? If you knock on the door, we'll just let you in. Please feel free to join us.
Are you the same lady that was heard in room 5 saying I cannot protect my child? Did somebody try and take your child? Are you still looking for them?
Do you not like it when people ask about your child or your baby? If you don't want us to talk about it, can you make a noise? Oh, I forgot the cameras outside as well, the room.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I think one thing for anyone that's been here will know. So I think if I'd have been at any other location, I would have gone to physically look.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas here, knowing there are in-house and live cameras out there covering it, I always worry sometimes that if you go towards stuff, it sometimes seems to disturb it and it doesn't continue.
No, I agree.
But as well, for anyone who's been here, you'll know very well also, these corridors are so noisy.
No one can get near, like even the top of the stairs.
You can't even get up the stairs without knowing someone is on the floor. It's horrible at 5 a.m. when you wake every single person in the hotel up when you walk down the corridor. But it's so nice in that respect of it makes it very easy to debunk.
Yeah. We're going to move from this room shortly. Can you just give us a sign if you'd rather that we stay and talk to you?
Maybe you could knock 1 time like this for yes, or 2 times for no.
There is walking again outside, just
Yeah.
in case that's being picked up on the camera.
I have an interesting question for the veterans of the paranormal.
Okay, go for it.
So, many of us have heard of EVPs, obviously, where you don't hear it within the room, but it gets picked up on, say, a voice recorder or a camera. Many have heard of DVPs, of course, where everyone hears it directly in the room, and it's very often caught on the cameras at the same time. So, something that's happened quite a few times in the last week here is you are hearing knocks through the cameras and through people's own recording
And voices.
but they are not hearing them in the room. So it's so bizarre. So I've had, obviously, electronic voice phenomenon before, but actual knocking that you can only hear through, say, voice recorders or cameras, I've never witnessed before. That's quite an interesting one.
We've had quite a lot here recently.
Yeah.
Haven't we? In room 2 with room 1 with the sort of wild noise.
Yeah.
They describe it voice in room 7.
Yeah.
That they didn't hear. We didn't hear at
Yeah.
the time, but you could hear it on the camera.
Yeah. It's so bizarre. And so obviously there was the moment, I know, a couple of days ago where there was what sounded like a very loud knock in room 7. And the people in there didn't react. But what's really interesting was, as part of trying to debunk it, it turns out they had a voice recorder. You can hear a voice recorder at the same time. So I'm like, okay, it's not some sort of, say a glitch with a camera. It kind of, okay, now we're talking to independent recording devices. So bizarre. I've never really encountered that up until recently, where it's been a really common
It makes me
theme.
wonder how much we miss here, though, because obviously we haven't got the resources to watch all the cameras all the time, and get notifications that sometimes we don't always get a chance to check all of those back.
Yeah.
But how much do we miss?
Yeah. I don't know if I just heard something or if there was a knock, and Brett will be able to confirm that. I thought I heard a ding outside the corridor again.
I didn't hear it. I saw your reaction to it.
No, I think I missed someone, guys. I'm not sure if anyone at home heard that one or not.
It's worth Brett just radioing to make you jump.
Yeah.
You are the most jumpy paranormal investigator ever.
I find it go through phases. So I'm really cool. And then that one thing will really catch you off guard. And
yeah. We're looking forward to Room 8 tonight, aren't we, Dan?
We really are. So Room 8, obviously, for those that know Room 8, you know.
Did you just hear a bang out there again? Alice, did you hit the bed with your foot? No.
So yeah, Room 8 obviously houses the Greystone. And it's no secret, she has been very, very quiet over the majority of this year, to be honest. That's changed, seemingly.
She suddenly decided to make her presence known again.
She did indeed. I think that might have been Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday this week.
Or Thursday, I think it was.
Yeah, Thursday. So very, very interesting. I think we were all kind of wondering what was going on. In fact, we even moved the item around the building and found that outside. And found that it was very quiet, even doing that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, out of nowhere, no one was really expecting it. We had a really interesting moment on Thursday. I imagine that will probably be on the next episode.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of interested. I've not investigated that room, obviously, since this has happened. In fact, it's been a while for me.
And me.
And you as well, yeah.
We sort of got bored of it, didn't we?
Yeah, I think so. There's so much this building has to offer that I guess because she's been so quiet, it was almost like, okay, we'll pursue other areas. But I'm really intrigued to see if we can get something tonight.
Yeah, I am as well.
We both want to hear the voice more than anyone can believe, trust me. Yeah, I really hope.
We'll see, won't we?
We'll see. Yeah.
That's definitely a slightly later on thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. So, shall we move? We'll wrap up, get everything into room 6.
Yes.
Maybe a little 3-minute break.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout.
Yeah.
We'll head over to room 6.
Yeah, our favourite.
Yes.
Okay, we'll catch you all over there. I can see you're all enjoying your snacks and your popcorn and your apple strudel and everything else. So.
I'm jealous. I want apple strudel.
We'll catch you in a bit. Okay.
Hello everyone there on YouTube. We will be moving over very shortly over to our VHX subscription service, myhauntedhq.vhx.tv. You can find all of that in our social media stuff absolutely everywhere if you want to find that. We already have over 40 people watching on there as well, however many people there are currently on YouTube. So anyone who has a VHX subscription service already, if you want to head over to VHX, it's under My Haunted Hotel live on there if you want to kind of just browse through the VHX subscription service on My Haunted HQ over there. Or you can join us over there. You can subscribe. It's really easy to do so. You can also get a 3-month subscription if you book a ticket right here at My Haunted Hotel. If you book a room right here at My Haunted Hotel, you'll get a 3-month subscription. You get a code sent with your ticket, and you can see all of this incredible content that we post up there and see the live streams, including your very own night live streamed here, because the live streams actually run when people are actually here. So room 8 is normally live streamed as and when guests are going in, as well as some other rooms that we put the live streams in. So make sure you do check out My Haunted HQ. It is well worth it. I'm pretty sure anyone in the comments and anyone who does have a VHX service subscription definitely would say so. So we will be leaving YouTube now. Thank you so much for joining us. We have loads of amazing news coming up very, very shortly. I cannot wait to share all of the amazing news for the stuff that's happening over in America and right here in the UK at the OG version of the My Haunted Project, right here at My Haunted Hotel. We will see you over in VHX after a very short break very, very soon.